welcome to Hungry Plates by RSK. Today we would be doing our signature malai kofta. Now in order to make the malai kofta, you'll need the following ingredients. For the kofta, you will need 1 cup of boiled grated potatoes, 1 cup of mashed grated paneer. You would also be needing some ginger, some nuts. I'm using cashew nuts. You can use walnuts, raisins or any other nuts that you would want. We'd also be needing some coriander and pudina leaves. For the spices, we'll need salt, pudina powder, dhania powder, red chili powder and some elaichi powder. And to bind all this together, we'll be using a tablespoon and a half of corn flour. To make the gravy for the malai kofta, we will need 1 large chopped onion, about 2 to 3 medium-sized chopped tomatoes, green chili. We'd also be needing about 1/4 cup of cream. For the khada masalas, we'd be needing a bay leaf, few sticks of cinnamon, some sabut dhania, few black pepper, cardamom and jeera. For the spices, we'd be needing kasuri methi, garam masala, dhania powder, red chili powder, salt and elaichi powder, and our ginger and garlic along with some cashew nuts. So let's begin. What I've done right now is, in a pan I've taken about 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil, and in that I've added my khada masalas. I'll be heating them till they crackle. So once the jeeras crackled and the masalas have infused their aroma to the oil, we add our onions. Now we'd be adding in our ginger, garlic and cashew nuts. Now when our cashew nuts turn a little golden and our onions turn slightly on the pinkish side, we add in our tomatoes and chili. Now we'll be adding in just a tiny bit of salt, half a teaspoon. We'll give it a good mix and then we'll wait for all the tomatoes to mix very well in the entire mixture. Now while we are preparing the gravy, we'll also simultaneously start preparing for our koftas. So in a bowl, empty your potato mix and the cottage cheese. Add in all your spices. Some of your coriander, mint, nuts and ginger and the corn flour. Give it a good mix, and so just mix them till it binds well together. So I've divided the dough into oblong shaped koftas and now we'd be frying them. You can do multiple variations to this, so a lot of people even stuff chopped nuts in between. They even add khoya in between, so it's totally your call. You can do whichever way you like. We're now ready to fry these. So we're frying them on low medium heat. We fried our koftas and this is the exact color I was looking for. Should just be a lovely golden brown. Gravy mix is perfectly cooled down and we'll be blending this. I'd also be adding about half a cup of water to ensure that we have a smooth gravy. Ready to blitz it now? So after blending the mixture, we're now ready to make the gravy out of this. Just remember that you need to remove the bay leaf before blending. And what I'm doing right now is I'm straining this so that we get rid of all the khada masalas. So the curries come out to be a nice and lovely pinkish orange, and it looks wonderful. I'd now be adding in about a tablespoon of butter and would also be adding all my spices and give it a gentle mix. So if you think that your mixture is thickening a lot, like the gravy is pretty thick, you can add in about half a cup of milk. Now we'll be adding in about 1/4 cup of cream. You can be very generous with the cream, so if you want more cream, feel free to add more. Our gravy is now ready and we would be placing our koftas in the curry. If you like it a little sweet, like on the sweeter side, you can add some sugar or even ketchup, mild ketchup. So our malai koftas are now ready. They've been simmering in the gravy for about 5 to 7 minutes. You don't want to overcook them. We're almost ready to plate. I'd also be adding just a few drops of kevda essence to give it that authentic market restaurant type flavors. Hope you enjoyed the recipe. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to our channel Hungry Plates by RSK on YouTube and Instagram for more recipes.